there's a gray area, because if you're posting on social media and you're a volunteer on the campaign and you're advocating for or against a certain candidate, are you part of the campaign then? And the law comes with pretty stiff penalties, up to a year in prison.
Yeah.
For memeing. And I think some people could get caught up in that, in that gray area. And I think there's reason to be concerned that we're creating criminal penalties for memeing. On the other side, they're saying you should, if you're doing it for a campaign and you're being paid for it, you should disclose it, which we do on mailers and robocalls and everything else. So why would memes be any different?
Well, if you are on a campaign and you post, if you post something saying like, I support this person, I don't support this person for those reasons, you don't have to put a disclaimer on your tweet. Memes to me are like newspaper, what are those things called? Cartoons, but I don't know what they're like technically called, like the
political cartoons. Satire.
Satire, yeah. So I don't see why you would have to. Similar to if you were looking at what's that website called that does the satire articles about politics? The Onion? Is it the Onion or there's enough Babylon Bee? They don't have to put, if I'm not mistaken, they don't have to put disclaimers on their stuff. So why is this any different?
But they're not. So I don't agree. I don't know. I don't necessarily agree with the bill, but I'm not surprised that something like this is happening. There's a big shaking your head. There's a big push to. Why do you keep shaking your head? It's throwing me off.
I'm agreeing with you. I don't agree with the bill either. That is what my head shaking is for.
Yeah, I don't agree with the bill, but I'm not surprised that something like this is happening. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that, AI and stuff like that is coming out, and they're trying to protect themselves from, I don't know, should I say bad actors? I guess they're fucking politicians, so aren't they all bad actors? But they, you come out with you make a video, a campaign makes a video, Cornyn's campaign makes a video of Ken Paxton, and it's all AI, but, Boomer Matilda doesn't know the difference between like real and unreal. She doesn't know how to use the internet, basically. And there's no disclaimer on there saying that this came from the Cornyn campaign. I could see why they would want to protect themselves from that.
But why does it matter what the source is?
Why does it matter? Well, you could ask them that, I guess, for mailers. Why does it matter what the source is? Why do they make you put a disclaimer on that?
Because if you're paying for something, they want people to know.
Right. So that's what I mean.